Welcome back, everybody. This is Brother Mutant here. Today we're going to continue our quest to beat Pathfinder Kingmaker. For those of you who've never played this game before, know that I am using mods currently. So this is going to be different than the vanilla version of the game. One of the biggest that you'll notice would be my turn-based combat. Extremely valuable for those of you that want to plan out your fights in a more pen and paper type format. Also, another one that sticks out is the fact that I have spells, traits which aren't in the game, or feats that you don't have access to. And again, that's because of this Eldritch Arcana mod. Again, more stuff that came from pen and paper version that were added afterwards thanks to modders. So we will use those to great effect. Now let's actually get into it, shall we? Let's see. We were taking over Silver Step. Don't know that we actually purchased it yet, so there's still that to do. And we definitely want to hit the road as much as possible. We're real close to getting our Arcanist. We need to get someone that's literally an advisor for the Arcane so that we can start working on some curses. Otherwise, we take the only one person that can do it right now, and he is tied up for 45 to 60 days at a stretch. So first, let's just check to make sure there's not something we need to do back in our kingdom, per se. The things I'm really concerned about would be, do we need to build something specifically? Let's see here. Divine's up enough that he should be giving us the heads up saying, hey, hire an Arcanist. And again, if you want to know that information, you hover over here. It does say rank 4. That is apparently wrong. They must have downgraded it to rank 3 because every time we've gotten to rank 3, all these other ones have been unlocking, like relations, stability, and culture. So I assume Divine is good too at rank 3. So I could be mistaken. We may need to push it one more, but we will find out. I imagine it's just a matter of time before he comes back and says, hey, this is getting to be too stressful. You'll hire me someone to do this. And that's fine. Once we do that, we'll put Octavia more likely than not onto that role. We still have espionage, and that will be Ekken's job. But notice how that one literally, again, is, let's see, the Grand Diplomat. Let's see, is that the Divine? No, it's High Priest. Who's our Grand Diplomat? Is it called Grand Diplomat? Maybe it's just called Diplomat. Counselor, General, Treasurer. Oh, no, here we go. No, wait a minute. See, small. Barony is the Regent. Oh, no, this is the Grand Diplomat. Yeah, so relations, when we finally get it up enough, we can get espionage. And that's actually useful, too, because there's a lot of buildings that we can make once we have all these people in play. Now, we have been doing great on the events, not so much on the rank ups and whatnot. And as you can see, we haven't touched one damn curse, so we really need to start working on that. We do have divine protection from poison, something that I'd like to work on again, but a 20-day oomph where Jod is basically taken out of the role is just not something I can handle right now. And while I would love to fast forward 14 more days and take over Silver Step, A, we don't have enough money, or BP. I can buy some. We have a decent chunk of change right now, and we are finally starting to get to the point where we're exploring enough that it isn't a concern. But we really need to kind of conserve if we can. So I'm trying not to get spendy. Looks like we got another Falcata while we was kicking back and relaxing. I'm going to move these things into place, as well as dump off stuff that we know we already have some of, but not enough of. For instance, like this room covering blood scrap. And is that all we managed to pick up? Looks like that might be all we've managed to pick up. We managed to get all 5 of the Cypress items. So Cypress, Queen's Quill. And by the way, just for those of you that are interested in where we found these. So here's the Womb of Lashmatu. It actually tells you where you acquired it. So Womb of Lamashtu, Swamp Witch's Hut, Candlemere Tower, Troll Lair, Lake Silverstep Village. That's a big spectrum of places to get all these Cypress items. So this is actually pretty damn cool, I think, that we have these now. We'll sell off stuff before too long. Still want to keep some stuff, so I'm actually going to stockpile these things behind here. I'm going to keep the Robe of Earth, though, because you never know when you're going to cast like acid spells that could be gain that benefit. But if it's something that we want to keep, and we're not really using it currently, I'm probably going to sell the other stuff. Just kind of make some room. But these ones here, again, we'll triage that out later. So let's go talk to our storyteller first. First, we have stuff to sell him. All like Dryad tokens and all that such. lots of relics. So we got 1,200 bucks for the tokens of the Dryad, 1,200 for our dog tags. We've got all the Cypress stuff. Such clear air. I feel like I am back in my home woods. I can feel the wind tussling my hair. Yes, now I recognize to whom this once belonged. I hear laughter and the singing of the forest folk. Do you wish to learn the story of the Cypress Queen, Dora? This is strange. And that's the stuff from the Tenabra Steps. Alright, so tell us about the Cypress Queen. I hear the noise of the capital, merchants shouting, horses neighing, soldiers' armor clanking, but this is all from far away, from beyond the tall walls of the palace garden. The noise is barely audible through the lush vegetation, but here in the cool stillness I can hear two lovers whisper beneath the shadow of an ancient cypress tree. I am not one of them. No, I'm just a frail cypress twig. We just got 10 grand for this story, and 1125 XP for the team. We lost, of course, all our cypress items. These two cannot be together. She is a queen, and he is her loyal knight, perhaps too loyal. But their love could not be kept secret for long. The king ordered the knights executed, but the knight managed to slip away to the wilderness of the gnarled marches in the stolen lands. He hid there, away from civilization, with only animals and birds to keep him company. To remember his lost home, he brought a cypress twig with him and planted it in front of his hut. The tree took root, and the knight spent long hours talking to the cypress, imagining it was his queen. And one day I answered. Since ancient times, these lands had been home to the Fae, so it's little surprise that a dryad would be born within the tree. We became friends. He told me of his homeland and his beloved queen, and the merry life at court, the celebrations, the parades, the tournaments. I wanted so badly to see it all with my own eyes. Why couldn't you go see the city for yourself? You know not, dryads are bound to their trees. We cannot stray far from them, and even if we could, our kind tends to not to get favorable reactions from humans. They find us too strange, too alien. I doubt I would have been warmly received in the city. Did you fall in love? Of course not. The very thought is shameful. The knight remained faithful to his true love till the end of his days. As for me, well, I was born from a twig of the cypress under which the knight and the queen's love story began. I like to think I was a child of their love in a way. I never told him directly, but I always considered the knight to be like a father to me. What happened next? So I decided I wanted to be a queen myself, and why not? After all, the Green Mother gave me my fair share of beauty and magic, and the knight taught me all about how to rule a country. I organized a celebration. All the local fae were invited. I had no idea there were so many of my kin in the neighborhood. Everyone came, shy nymphs, merry satyrs, and with their reed pipes, tender nixies, leprechauns with their fancy buckled hats and shiny boots. The celebration lasted 3 days, and my guests enjoyed it so much that every one of them proclaimed me their queen at the end. I wasn't establishing prisons or taxes or other nasty things common in human courts, but the social life of my court was vibrant enough to make any human monarch jealous. And what kind of functions did your fae court conduct? We did all kinds of amazing things. Sometimes I hosted dances that went on all night, or held tournaments in which satyrs would entertain the audience, kicking each other for the right to kiss me. Okay, that's a little weird. There were even parades organized for the local animals. Just imagine, deer, boars, and bears all marching in lines. Even those fae who initially didn't like the idea of a kingdom were happy with things. I think we may have been the only kingdom in the world built without a single drop of blood spilled, built on a foundation of joy and happiness. So your kingdom wasn't real, it was basically just a game? What an odd suggestion. How about your country? Is it real, or could it just be a game with complicated rules and high stakes? Our kingdom was as real as we were. And then what? Life in the woods changed a lot over time, and the night changed too. After spending so much time around fae and meditating alone in nature, he became more religious and built a shrine to Aristotle with his own hands. Rumors spread around the area of some hermit or saint living in the swamps, though, to be frank, there wasn't anything saintly about him, as far as I could tell. But people started coming to meet him, and over time, a small village grew around the shrine, built by people in search of a new life. As word spread of our kingdom in the woods, some people were surprised, while some just smiled knowingly. After all, the idea of a kingdom was familiar to humans, so fae living in a kingdom made them seem less alien, less strange and scary. So we began living side by side in peace. Sometimes fae would visit humans just to share a cup of tea, and sometimes there were even unions that resulted in children. Human children with some of the magic of the fae. Some of those children deserve their own legends, but those are other stories for another time. Human monarchs are quite different from their subjects. They have eyes everywhere. Their arms are long and their memories longer. As the village grew, news of the location of a disgraced knight made its way to the king. Eventually, a small but heavily armed group of the king's men arrived in the village, demanding the hermit knight leave with them immediately. The villagers, both human and fey, were ready to fight to defend him, but the knight followed his unwelcome guest voluntarily. He said he wanted to avoid bloodshed, and he was old and longed to see his homeland and his beloved queen once again, even if it ended with his execution. So the knight was taken away. Everyone grieved for him, myself especially. But as time passed, the pain subsided, as it tends to. Both the village and the Fey Kingdom happily lived in peace for many years after. What happened to the knight? I know not. This story was not about him. The Dryad never saw him again. Perhaps he slipped away from his guards and accomplished a slew of heroic deeds afterward. Or perhaps his captors executed him on the first day, simply taking the king his head. Or maybe he died on the executioner's block, but in the city of his youth, gazing once more upon his queen, older now, but as beautiful as ever. Or maybe the city had changed beyond recognition and his queen had died years ago, and he realized too late that his true home was a village built in the swamps. Or maybe the king saw that the pious old man standing before him shared nothing in common with the bold young upstart that had impinged his honor so long ago, and thus pardoned him. Alas, alas, we have no way of knowing what really happened. Time spared not even the kingdom where this story started, so your guess here is as good as mine. What happened to the village and the kingdom after that? If your wonder is strong enough, you could visit the Gnarl Marches yourself and ask the locals. I suspect someone there would know what happened next, but this story was about how the Fey Kingdom was established, and that story is over. Thank you for the story. That was kind of an interesting one. Alright, time to go. Let's go sell off some loot and go travel the roads for another few days. I do like how they, as they do this, they actually show you your kingdom. It's kind of cool. Really do need to start expanding, though. I really need to get Arcanist up because I need those teleportation circles. It'll help me zip around and explore the kingdom a lot better. The ability to hop from zone to zone with nothing more than placing a building in each of these places is extremely valuable. Let's see. You know, that story actually kind of sounded like, since it was the Gnarl Marches, it could have been the South Gnarl Marches. I wonder if that's the Swamp Witch's hut area that they're talking about. It's kind of wild. What's up, Hassif? What's up, bro? Buy my stuff. For keeping that sword just in case. Let's see. I have items in order of price, right? Yep. Opportunist, Dwarven Axe. Keeping the ring, keeping the robe. Definitely keeping the wands. No one's going to wear that thing. Keeping the dagger just in case. Don't need the warhammer, the scimitar, falcata, or these rings. Get rid of that necklace too. That's a decent chunk of money right there. We got a lot of wands. We need to start using these things up. Same with our scrolls and potions and whatnot. I forgot to dump off my food, but I don't think we need that fish anymore. You can have that fish. And we're still keeping all our items for the Tenebris Depths just in case we need them for later. Now you'll notice also that I have this necklace. This is actually a quest item, guys, so you make sure to keep this thing. Notice how it says, if you check it for info, a pendant with a lock of hair received as a gift from the nymph called the Guardian of the Bloom, the lady that's basically been tormenting us. So that actually will come into play later on, so definitely keep that on your person. With that, though, let's actually get into it, shall we? We wanted to go talk to the Sweet Teeth, if for no other reason than to turn in their quest, and maybe, if we're lucky, see if we have another quest to give them. Oh, that Oleg, always finding fault with things. Uh-oh. We straightened up his fence, painted it, and put some wolves' heads on the top to scare off enemies. We had started building a catapult along the wall, and then here he comes, running up, waving his hands, yelling his head off. He doesn't like the color. The heads will attract flies, and it turns out he wants to keep the shed that we disassembled to make the catapult. He made us put everything back the way it was. But as we were leaving, he was so happy. He even gave us a little something for the road. There, have some. He gave us some ale, Keonic berry wine. Let's see if he can complete my next task. We got nothing else for them right now. Yeah, so we literally need to figure out something here. I know that there's one more. And to do it proper, I think we need to go way west. There's a mastodon burial ground, I want to say, that they can clean or do something to it. So that's the only other one I can think off the top of my head. Oh my god, we got level ups to do, guys. My apologies. First, let's start with the people that aren't going to come with us. Get our Dragon Disciple. Remember, I'm taking him all the way to 10 and 10. So we'll keep pushing. Now remember, he will not get spell progression at 1, 5, and level 9 Dragon Disciple. That really means by the end of his build at level 20, he'll be a level 17 caster. It's one of the reasons people don't actually take the Dragon Disciple as far as I'm taking it. I like the extra con, I like the extra intelligence, and I love the other stuff that they get besides. So, kind of on you on this one. Let's get his perception up, we'll get his persuasion up, athletics up, and then use magic device, sure, why not. Here's the one reasons I do like going this way also. We also get a couple extra feats by going farther. Not that impressive. I mean, we could have got feats for the Maga stuff here, or here if we would not have gone Dragon Disciple at all. But I do like the idea that we at least get something. And as you know, Blind Fight is amazing for those that are meleeing it up. The ability to straight up know where their invisible stalker is kind of sweet. The Blind Sense will come in handy as well. They don't necessarily stack, per se, but they are extremely helpful. And by the way, I should point out that his progression in his Draconic abilities here still goes on because of his Elder Scion and his Dragon Disciple. So if he's level 10, you better believe he has access to all the stuff through here. So that's still a staple for him. So that's kind of nice. Let's go to Valerie now. More fighter. We got here Burst Barrier. Tower Shield Specialist can use her shield to screen herself from burst spells and effects, granting a +1 bonus on reflex. So more reflex save. And cool. We'll take it. And an extra fighter feat, of course. One of the reasons that fighters are so appealing, I think, is the sheer number of feats that they get. They get to be really, really good at a lot of things. I'm going to keep pushing her persuasion up, because why not? We could do our greater weapon focus and bastard swords, which has a better chance to swing. Improve critical on that bastard sword so that it has a better chance to crit. Give her some armor focus, but we already did that. There's no need to go for lower stuff. But here's Blind Fight, and then again, like I said, I do appreciate Blind Fight for the team. So, extremely helpful. Especially late game, I found. Again, we're just going to fast forward through these two characters because I could care less about what they do. You never use them. Okay. Well, we got all kinds of people that are leveling up now that we're starting to share the XP. Lindsay the Bard. Jack of all trades. +1 bonus on all skill checks. Nice. Bard talent. That's going to come in handy. We're going to do that, and again, we like to keep those going high. Let's get a little use magic device on her as well. Alright, now, Bard talent. First off, just to show you the stuff that she could be picking, but is not. Uncanny dodge. She needs rogue talent for that. Elder Scoundrel levels. Improved uncanny dodge, more of the same. Improved evasion. Advanced talents that she doesn't get because, again, she's not a rogue. Why these are on the list, I don't know then. It seems kind of odd. But she does have other stuff that's particularly useful. Canny Observer, get her perception up so she's really good at spotting stuff. Combat Trick is going to be the one we go for, by the way. But there's still plenty of other good stuff in here. Fast Stealth. You could really make an interesting bard in this game, thank God. One of my favorite classes, quite frankly. Combat Trick. Again, you see we get weapon focus here as well. But a whole slew of other stuff shows up here, which is extremely valuable. She has more dex than strength, so why weapon finesse is getting the poo-poo thumbs down, I don't know. Because if you wanted to take her fighting, this would be the way to go. And you can actually make a reasonably good character out of her for a meleeer, if you wanted to. I think Mini Shot, though, might be a good idea for her. Yeah, we already got Rapid Shot. Mini Shot would work, but I think Mini Shot only works with a bow, not a long crossbow. So we'll have to switch her up, but she has the ability to use short bows, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So, a solid choice. I mean, I can do clustered shots, I can do blind fight, there's a variety of things, but basically you keep her ranged, or focus on her bardic talents, which is things like, well, it's not on here, but like this, lingering performance, or extra performances, stuff of that nature. Those come in super handy. Level 2 spells. Alright, what we got so far? Heroism, Hold Person, Mirror, Hypnotic Pattern. Right on. We don't have any summons for her, but we could. Glitter Dust, again, is another one that I, for some reason I just gravitate towards illusion type spells and stuff that are tricky for bards. So, the occasional heal every now and again too. So Cure Light Wounds, Cure Minor Wounds is not the worst idea ever either. Matter of fact, let's get her a cure. Yeah, we'll keep her going and stuff like that. Here's Cure Critical. She doesn't have Cure Serious. We can do Dimension Door, Break Enchantment's a fun one. Let's grab that. See Invisible Communal, Hold Monster. That could come in handy, and that'll allow me to eventually lose Hold Person when it gives me the, hey, you want to lose a spell? Yeah, you know what? I think I want to lose a spell. So that could be useful. Alright, so that's Lindsay done. And Amiri's turn. Taking her Barbarian again. Now she's got even more damage reduction. That's going to be extremely valuable. Let's get her Perception, Nature, Mobility, and Athletics up. Solid stats. Again, we have people that are better, but she's only level 10, so she's doing what she can. I don't mind the Reflexive Dodge. Increased damage reduction could be interesting. Matter of fact, let's do that. Increases by 2 /dash. So now she's at 1, 2, 4. So she has a 4 /dash for damage reduction. That's not amazing, I'll grant you, but that literally does decrease her chances of getting smacked around a lot easier. Crits are still going to down her, that's always going to be a thing. But there's a gear out there that we can use to make her immune to that effect too. Or at least give her a chance to dodge it, so to speak. Let's get our Arcane Trickster up. Another sneak attack die. That's going to come in super handy for her. Matter of fact, that kind of makes me want to take her out on the party just to see what she can do now. We're going to get her... what? Well, let's just use Magic Device up through the roof. And from here, free spell time. Hide all the other levels. Let's keep it to level 5. Well, this is new spell category. Okay, so we definitely need to pick up one of the thumbs up. Remember, she's a transmuter. So if you see all the transmutation spells here, that means she can cast an extra transmutation spell a day at level 5 because she's a transmuter specialty. So we need to pick one of those, otherwise we're wasting our chance to get a spell at that level. Now, of these, the only one here that's really like an attack is the Baleful Polymorph. That's not a bad choice for her. This literally trivializes a lot of fights. If they fail that save, poof, they turn into a puppy. This is just super funny, and it's a permanent effect. So, pretty damn nice. We'll do that, and then let's get her something attacky. Like... I like Shadow Evocation because of its utility. A lot of different spells in one. I like Icy Prison because it does damage, but it also paralyzes targets. If you don't like that for Evocation, then we also have Constricting Coils, which does damage over time. And again, I like that. So, but Icy Prison, to me, just it seems funner. I don't know. So we got that. We need to make sure we fix her spell book while we're doing this, though, so we don't forget. More ray spells. Let's get some more of that Scorching Ray going. We have Polymorph, a couple of Icy Prisons. That'll come in handy. Alright, who's left? My own team. Alright. Now, again, we can take her Arcane Trickster. We are not doing so. If for no other reason than we wanted to get this. The Rogue Talent after getting Advanced Talents. That was kind of key. At this point on, you could, and I wouldn't be upset by going Arcane Trickster. But you don't get all the coolest stuff for Arcane Trickster, which is at the level 9 and 10, and then you don't get the cool stuff for being an Eldritch Scoundrel at level like 20. So it's kind of on you, but I don't mind. Notice that we got another intelligence bump and a whole slattering of these things here. So now again, I can push her mobility to full level. So again, remember we wanted someone on the team for the Triumvirate that's good at athletics. That's me at 22, and Eliza's at 18. Mobility, she's rocking an actually at 26 thanks to the gear she has on her. And that's better than everyone except for Knock Knock. She's got a 21 for Trickery, which is better than everyone, well, it's equal to me, but also better than everyone except for Knock Knock. And he's got the gloves on, which give him another +5. Stealth at 21. Knock Knock beats her there, but that's it. And then Arcana, remember she is an elf, so she gets Elven Magic bonus. So while she's at 22... No, she's at 22. Okay, I'm at 28. Oh, I'm higher level, though, than her. But still, a solid Arcana check. And same with Knowledge World. I'm at 28, she's at a 20. And Perception, she just keeps pushing it up higher and higher. And with Trap Finding and Keen Senses, she has a really high perception compared to most of the team. Matter of fact, she is the highest. Wow, I expect Eliza to actually be higher than her. Eliza's only at a 21. But again, I like the fact that we have 3 people on the team that's capable of damn near doing anything that I need done. Now here's where we get the fun. Rogue talent. First, let's show the ones that we can't get right now. The reason we're going to do this is because if I really do take her Elder Counter, we have 2 more choices coming up. So Blinding Strikes. Character who picks this at level 15 or higher, which again would obviously be here at 16. If they crit them, if I'm understanding this right, if they crit the target, then they literally have a chance of blinding the target on a crit. Confounding Blades slows reaction. Instead of it being just for preventing attacks of opportunity for 1 round, it's actually extended for 2 to 5 rounds. So there's that. This is something, I guess. So none of those are really particularly appealing to me. Blinding Strike might be, but we got better stuff here already. Notice we have an improved Uncanny Dodge. Character can no longer be flanked. That's a biggie. This defense denies another rogue the ability to sneak attack, unless the attacker has at least 4 more rogue levels. And again, as long as we keep pushing her up and up and up, she'll always be within that 4 level range, is my guess. So again, a solid choice. I could get improved evasion. This is the one where if they evade the reflex save spells, she already has evasion, which means if she makes her check, she takes no damage. This one would give her that if she fails the check, she still only takes half damage. So it basically keeps her alive. Of course, we have our opportunist. This is again the one that when you do sneak attack damage, it does prevents the attack of opportunity for 1 combat round for that target that got snuck attack. Slow reactions is... Oh wait, that's slow reaction. I'm thinking, what's opportunist again? Make an attack of opportunity who has been struck for damage and melee by another character. So this allows her to actually dish out a little extra damage while standing in the front ranks. She's not a front ranker right now. Not that she couldn't be. Double debilitation could be interesting. We can select 2 penalties. So I can literally lower their attack by 2 and their armor class by 2 for the same attack. So double debilitation is decent. I could do a dispelling attack where literally would take off, or has a chance of taking off magic from the target. So dispel magic effect every time we basically sneak attack somebody. And she blasts like crazy from a distance. This could be really interesting. Crippling Strike, that's the one that Knock Knock has where you're constantly seeing the -2 penalty. Again, of course, we have Combat Trick. Same thing that we saw in Lindsay, just basically a crap ton of stuff here. And on that note, do we have it? Here I got 2-weapon fighting and improved 2-weapon fighting. We're missing, and I don't think she can get it, greater 2-weapon fighting right now. I'll show it to you. This one right here. She doesn't have enough of a base attack bonus. You see that? Her base attack bonus needs to be 11. So that's a ways away. So let's see. If this progresses like I think it does, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11. So it won't be till here. So literally at level 16, she could technically pick this up here for free. Or here, obviously. And that might be a thing for her. Because why not have her Ginsu knife just like Knock Knock's been doing? She'll get really good at it. And we're giving her really good daggers, rapiers, and something else down here. So that's an option. But I could also do Arcane Strike. That's a little toggle we put on for when she is meleeing. She'll actually get an extra little bump to her damage. But again, lately we've been having her blast. So on that, I think Dispelling Attack could be interesting. Point that's dealt sneak attack damage by character. Yeah, I think that's interesting to me because it's either that or double debilitation. Either of those is solid choices. Again, I don't hate the idea of dispelling it, improved uncanny dodge or improved evasion. They're viable options, but she's never front ranking it lately anyway. If I was taking her more front rank, this would be more important to me. And the improved evasion is nice, but again, she's staying away from the pack. So the chances that they're AoEing the person in the far back, she'll dodge it. I have a pretty good dodge for her reflexes, I should say, for her. So she'll probably dodge it anyway, or evade it anyway. So I'm not too worried. So let's try something new. Dispelling attack should be fun. Oh, this would go a long way for taking away those buffs like haste and stuff that the bad guys have been casting on themselves lately. Now we have level 4 spells. We're still here. What else do we want? Let's grab something that we normally don't get. This is a spell you guys don't have access to. Emergency Force Sphere. Doesn't last long. Basically, it's a DR. She just absorbs damage. Number of hit points equal to... Basically, it's like Stone Skin, but without a magic component. Like Diamond Dust. Doesn't last as long either. So we'll try that one out. I like the idea of ray spells. I don't see any more on here. Let's show the other levels, see what we're missing in the back ranks here. Could be something that I really wanted. Mirror image, she doesn't have it. I'm going to get it for her. It's probably silly. It's one of those that it's probably just sitting in a vendor right now, but you never know. And if you want it, you should just go for it, in my opinion. Get that snowball. I'm going to grab a Scorching Ray. Matter of fact, I'm going to make her double up on those now. She's at a high enough level that she's blasting for 3 beams. She should really be getting all 3 beams off. We're good there. And my new spell. And that's it. Alright. Sorry that took so long, guys. But, oh, damn it. Valerie's got another level? How did I miss that? It says that she's done. Game's clearly glitching. We'll do a quick save. Alright, now, get on out of here, you scamp. Alright, we're going to quickly check our kingdom. And the reason for that is I want to see the deadlines for when people are going to turn in their quests. So I know how much time I can kind of be on the open road. I will probably explore the east, and let's do this real quick because I need to find more quests for those guys, the Sweet Teeth. So we got 14 and 17 days, so the 24th, yeah, looks like we have till the 24th. All right, now of course something could happen between now and then, and certainly it will. Sorry, give myself a little sip of coffee here. We also want to check our quest log to make sure there's not something that we're straight up missing. Task for Sweet Teeth, we already knew that one. Ancient Curse, plenty of time. Lonely Hunter, did that one already. Rock's Egg, oh, we need to do that. Let's go do that today. That'll be fun. That one's a ways away too, because that's Talon Peak, and they're not kidding. This is the way to go there. But we're going to make a little detour because I want to unlock the roads official. And again, you never know when you're going to come across another or something like the little node here. Might as well pick this up. We have +2 community, and for 15 BP, that's cheap, easy to get stuff. So when you finally have enough BP, you can start spamming, purchasing those things. In my opinion, you should highly do so. Stop, stop, stop. Run back. I want to see what this is.
A rest would be welcome.
Could be something important. What do we got? Yeah. Refugees. Some of our dissatisfied subjects are packing their belongings. Yeah. Keston has a green swatch on it, which means chances are he's probably better suited for it. Let's see, 85, 65. Yeah, he gets a bonus. You see that? So 65. And she's at an 8 and his at a 10. So he should only be 10% higher. He's at 75, which is appropriate. Because of the green swatch, he's getting an extra 10. I don't know why that is. It could be something up here. But that's a solid upgrade for him. We'll have him do it. And again, still within the theme of us being ready by the 14th. Or the 24th, excuse me. So, I'm still fine with that. Quick save that. Got the tired people.
Have a moment of respite.
You'll get there. Again, maybe we'll stop by Varnhold one more time just to see if there's anything that needs to be done over there. This is the downside of Talon Peak. Alright, I see the first person that's fatigued. We're going to rest now. And again, we are going to use Ekin so that we can use our rations for 3 whole times. And grilled silver eel, we have everything we need for it. And I'll make that DC check unless I fail it somehow.
Is your Sarenrae better than Lamashtu? Let's compare.
I don't want to use my goddess's name in vain, Knock Knock. Judging by what I know about Lamashtu, you shouldn't as well.
She's not a forgiving deity. Nice. Alright, what do we get for that? Plus 10 movement speed for a day. That's cool. Let's actually quick save that. Yeah, we got another thing. But we're going to be back in time to handle that, I'm sure. A Victorloo. A Victor who? With water? Please? Coffee's not kicking in enough. Need to drink more. Alright. We are... Talon Peak. Now, Talon Peak's a weird one. It's a winding road, and then there's the actual peak itself, which has got like a castle on top of it, sort of. A tower. Whatever. Some kind of fortress or something. So, we're coming this way. I definitely want to do a...
How may I help?
Staple for any area, in my opinion, unless you have the protection built into you, is delay poison communal. A, because of stuff like this, and B, if I need to slap down a poison cloud, I can slap down a poison cloud. You know, the stinking cloud, cloud kill, something of that kind. So door is ready to rock and roll. Let's buff up the weapon, and we'll can charge it. No,
This will hurt.
Get up here in its face. We got more. So Liza, some puppers on this thing. And then take a stutter step this way. Dodges. Eat the spider to death. Tristan, move this way and shoot that thing. That was a terrible shot, Tristan. You just shot the turret, buddy. I can show him how it's done.
You dead.
Like that. That's what you're supposed to do, Tristan. Pay attention next time. Proto, you can't get anywhere without moving forward. Do it like so. Get through this mess. Akbo. And I'm blocking the road apparently. Knock knock. You come up here. All good. Alright, Dora's turn. Need to probably delay past Proto. You got some good armor on her. Could be better still, but still. Why don't you just straight up break his bones? I saw it. Yep. Narrow pathways like this straight up suck for us. Tristan.
You forced my hand.
Shoot it to death. Good job, Tristan. Ekin.
Cannot hide from me.
Finish them off for me. Thank you. Right. Now, we can move.
Follow if you dare. Let's finish them quick.
Oop, I see problems. Knock knock on the other hand.
This shaman work, not hero work. Knock Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Yeah, he was actually able to take most of those things out. Dora, can you do the same?
You should have run.
Not like that, you can't. Oh, critical miss, no wonder. Oh, just flat-footed. Literally, a critical miss was the only way to miss him. Now, he does elemental damage with this, so he might be able to do something. Hey, he was able to do something. Good, you reckon? Yeah, you guys not gonna get through my armor.
Strike us
Strike! My masterpiece!
Oh, you see that? Knock knock did his attack. Got sneak advantage for that too. That's pretty sweet. We'll take that. And looks like we're going this way. And as you can see here, we just teleported from there to here. Kind of a weird transition. I'm not sure what that was all about and why they thought that was a good idea. But, so just having you continue to wind up the road. Knock knock, he's not going to be able to get there in time. Let's just have him park it over here. Door, on the other hand, ready to just straight up shoot stuff. There we go, you're dead. Akbo. Proto. Alright, now this is our chance to maybe show you a little sneak attack of. Remember, she got an upgrade to her sneak attack die. Oh, she's at 5d6 plus 5. And the 5 extra points you're seeing there is because of a trait she has. Blade of the Society, I think is what it's called. Straight up amazing ability. Any sneak attack die that you have gets an extra point of damage added to it. I would assume that that would work on spells too, by the way. So Sense Vitals, which gives you sneak attack die, up to like 5d6. That could make her like a 10d6 plus 10 on her sneak attack damage. That's a minimum of 20 damage for anything that's snuff attack. That's pretty badass.
Do not
Just
hold
saying.
back.
Can shoot this
I
thing to
aim
death.
true.
Take you back in. You're the best,
I
Dick.
do what I must.
I don't know why I'm not using long-lasting buffs at least. Just because I should be protected from things.
Who's there?
Let us not hesitate.
It's time to act.
I want to buff knock knock up on strength a little bit. Not that he needs it for damage. He just likes, I like him to be not medium encumbrance. He has a strength of like 8 otherwise. Okay, so now here is the reason we had up here to go inside that cave. Why they didn't add a cave for you to actually fight in or do something in, I don't know. Like I said, it's a weird transition. It's like, why stop you from just winding up the road some more? But meh, whatever. So let's see what we got. Now this might be the tower area. Yes, it is. Now, Rock Egg is going to be over here, and not surprisingly, the rock, the giant
I believe I've found
eagle or
something.
falcon or whatever it is, isn't going to like you very much for doing this stuff. So notice that we're identifying some bricks. I'll actually make sure I uncover them all. You hear that? If you actually had seen the
I've
background, you would
discovered
have seen
something.
a shadow, and that would have been the giant rock. Kind of give you a heads up. So now notice these bricks here, okay? See how it says thud?
Follow if you dare.
Sometimes it'll say click. Like that. When I say click, you know you've done it right. So if you click and then click this one, nope, it says thud. So go back to this one, go click. How about this one over here? Also thud. So click. And then come down to this one. Click. This one over here now. Click. And then the last one. And that's secret.
I did it. I did.
Not a bad little treat, right? You got yourself a Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher, for those of you that are interested, is a heavy mace. Lots of those in the game. Terrible crit range and damage output and crits, but whatever. It's a +2 enchanted weapon, and it has the heavy blow. What does this do? Whenever you score a critical hit with this weapon, your opponent becomes stunned for 1 to 4 rounds. Successful fortitude DC 17 save reduces this to staggered for 1 round. So at the very least, you have a stagger effect. Additional hits add to the duration. Now, obviously, the 1 round, 1 round, 1 round. So if you crit at the same combat round, that can be actually pretty fun for the staggered effect. But at the very least, it's doing something. So that's kind of nice.
I'm there.
And again, the only person on our team that's a heavy mace guy is Harem, and he's not with us. What does that say? This fortress is younger than the Cyclops, but is still old enough to be impossible to discover who built it and why. Bandit. Heavily armed men are seated around the fire. They chat casually and pass around a flask. Obviously not expecting ambush or eavesdropping in a place like this. Damn Baron and his damn guards. Since that ass downed the Stag Lord, honest people get nowhere to get themselves some coin. Just look where we ended up, middle of nowhere. So we gotta attack them, or stealth check. High knees drop on the conversation. Hell yeah. XP, baby. Damn right. More traders on the roads. And what good of it? Try and pluck them even a bit and you're locked up in no time. Enough. Cut the whining. We gotta adapt if we want to survive. This birdie will bring us more gold than any trader. And then we can sell ourselves as mercenaries or go treasure hunting. We'll get by. Akin silently nods to you and readies his weapon. Continues eavesdropping. With you in charge, we'll end up with our necks broken. Care to explain what demon possessed you to make us climb up a cliff when there's a neat, safe path on the other side? We gotta bother with all these hooks and ropes. 45 XP. Have you seen the path? Spiders everywhere, just swarming with spiders crawling all around. Damn fat furry beast. I hate spiders. Ha ha ha, really? You're afraid of spiders? I'm not afraid of nothing. It's just these damn spiders. Rather fight a troll than mess with those ugly beasts. Still 21, continue eavesdropping. Oh, watch out, there's a spider on you here. Oh, ha ha ha, I'm just exploding with laughter. Maybe you should become a bard, huh? Better yet, head straight to the capital. Ask the Baron to hire you as a court jester. Just don't go through the front door. There might be spiders inside. Better take a rope and scale the back wall. It'll best take you all, you damn jokers. I'm going to take a leak. The bandit stands heads toward you on an unsteady feet. Pushing him off the cliff would be easy right now. Push on it. Yeah, screw that. Let's just attack. The Baron, is he everywhere? He is today. Now this has been glitching out for some people in the past. I don't know if this has been fixed. Just to give you a heads up in case you have the same problem. If you kill one of these guys, or two of these guys, and a third doesn't die, it gets highlighted as green. It seems to be a bug. So go back to an earlier save and try it until you literally beat them. It will self-resolve. It's just some glitch in the system. Hopefully it has been patched out. But let's just find out by just straight up doing some damage to all three of them. Maybe get lucky. Well, we got lucky with damage, at least. Oof. Took him down by half. Good job there, Baron. Tristan. Why don't you do the same thing? Oops, someone reflexed out of it. Knock, knock. Can you get any of these fools? Nice. Cute. No, it's Eliza. Well, let's have her do that thing too. Alchemist is almost dead. Ekandayo. 5-foot stutter step. You can reach this one.
Grant you death.
We can reach both. Nice. The reason I didn't push the guy off was because while that could solve your problem with the fight, so to speak, by keeping the number down. If you're here when you're literally underpowered, basically making the fight easier for yourself, which is a solid option, by the way. I think you lose out on his treasure. Not that he had much on him, but it's not the point. I hate losing out on treasure. Oh, maybe he would have been here. Oh, that would have been awesome. Like if he fell from here to here, would he have died? Doesn't look like that much of a fall. Anyway, point is we killed him. So now all that's left is for us to steal the rock egg, I believe. Maybe find a little more treasure that's hidden. What did we just pick up? Monster casserole. Eggs, cheese, wyvern meat. What the hell? We got some gear to sell, obviously. Cool. We need to start packing some of that food with us to start burning it up or just straight up selling it. Quick save.
I'm there.
As soon as you get close to the nest, a huge shadow moves across the sky. With a shrill shriek, a gigantic bird swoops down on you, her flapping wings making a veritable hurricane as she moves to protect her nest. To her last breath. Yeah, so we got to kill Mom. That's not good. And she literally shows up right behind you. I love that. But we'll be okay. It literally has 3 people attacking it first. So I'm going to have Deliza delay past Tristan, so I'll get Tristan out of harm's way. And we can even use Tristan to hurt this thing first. Just to get a feel for how much health it is. Ooh, it's got a lot of health. Okay. Dora, you already buffed up your weapon. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's drain it of some health and give us some health in the meanwhile. Or just straight up miss. Ooh, flat-footed. It's got some armor. Okay, not your fault. Eliza's turn. I'm going to have her summon some wolves on it. There we go. Ooh, that was not cool. Okay, you need to get out of the range of that thing.
Cannot hide from me.
We're having problems here. Alright, doggo, you just stay back. Proto needs to get the hell out of here too. She's getting eaten up by this thing. Let's see if we can hit it with a nice solid bone shatter. Remember that thing, even if they make their save, they're now fatigued. Not exhausted, but fatigued. That's a -2 to their strength. So all that damage that she just did is going to go down. Her strength is basically going to be a +10 instead of a +11. Unless, of course, she's immune to that effect, whereas I don't think she is. At least help us take it a little bit better. Knock, knock. Can you get up in here now?
Be easier if you not fight back.
Yeah, you can. Less strength. Gotta love that. Tristan. Dora. Yeah.
Strike!
Liza. Actually, Liza, why don't you buff everybody and debuff it? There we go.
We shall overcome.
Try to hit Dora. Dora's got some decent armor going on too. Alright, Ekin. Another little 5-foot stutter step away from this thing. I don't want to get
Nowhere
anywhere near
to
it.
run.
There we go. Now that it has a -2 to its armor class, thanks to all these debuffs from my sneaky attack guys, and we're actually doing a lot better on it, so that's helpful. And we just buffed him as well, so of course that helps as well. Akbo, you're gonna have to wait here, bro. You're just kind of useless right now. Let's see, what could we hit it with? Well, let's hit it with a nice snowball. We never get to do the snowball stuff. Boom, sneak attack. Made a saving throw there. Not surprised. Knock, knock.
Come here, Bax. Knock, knock.
Show them how to do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, there it goes. That's why you bring knock, knock with you. Ooh, and an angel amulet of natural armor +1. Ooh, la-dee-da.
I do what I must.
Oh, there's some treasure here. See that? Oh, I almost forgot to get the damn egg. Got something here too. Judging from the size of the nest, this bird could easily carry off a whole horse, and they usually do. You hear the sound of metal scraping nearby. That's what that was.
If you dare.
Nice solid fast transition way down so you don't have to do anything silly. I think it takes you straight to the bottom. Which is kind of sweet. Now, remember we needed this for a quest, so we should probably head back home. But since we still got a little bit of time, I think what I'll do is we'll probably have to take a knee before too long. But I want to see if we can actually go to Varnhold without teleporting again. If we can connect the road, that's awesome. If not, I'll just turn back around. I don't think we have a reason to go there. Well, you know what? Screw that. If we're going to get that way, might as well just go that way. And when we leave, I think they teleport us to somewhere closer home. So that's a thing. Yeah. We'll do a quick check to make sure there's not something we need to do here. And I think the last time I was here, I went solo with like a pair of us. So might as well check out the whole town with the team, perception check wise.
Would be welcome.
Yeah, I even got loot to pick up. Oh, you kept all my potatoes nice and warm for me inside the ground. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. I'm the Baron. Can't touch me. It's so weird that they let you basically just steal from these people like this.
In due time.
Peasant woman. Got some cabbages. Vegetables. Vegetables.
I'm there.
They say there is unrest in the north. Barbarians are raiding distant villages. And your own town. What's this? Above the entrance to the temple hangs the gold-plated symbol of Eris, the god of the hunt. Must be who Mayor Varn cares about. Priest of Eris still. He only killed villains. Killed by a tree, one less fledgling woodcutter. He never finished that bridge. Oh. Oop, box. Hell yeah, we got a frost scythe +2. Damn, I know who's getting that.
I do what I must.
What a headache. It's bad enough with the crows damaging the crops, now these pests as well. High walls of granary have been thoroughly caulked. On its door hangs a massive lock. I'll just have to ask Burton to make more trap. Then he'll put them around the barn, see how the blighters like that.
I'm there.
Must be rats that they have problems with, I'm guessing. Let's go back this way real quick first. Make sure I'm not missing something over here.
In due time.
Another. Going this way. Remember, that's the actual castle, or his hold, keep, whatever you want to call it. So.
Follow if you dare.
Follow if you dare. A little signpost tells you the direction to all the places. Now you can, like I said, dude, there's a DLC, which I do have. Before this place goes belly up, spoiler alert, it's going to go belly up, and it's up to you to save it. But you can do the DLC to find out why it went belly up, which is why people do that DLC. I'm not going to do it. I have tinkered around with it a little bit as a standalone just to see what it was like. It was okay. They start you off at like level 5 or 9 or some such, so you actually have a reasonably fun character to play with right off the bat, which is always nice, but not really my thing. But highly encourage you guys to actually play that, because again, it does give you some of the backstory here. Just a quick check here. Pleasure to see you again, Baron. I would like to personally express my gratitude for all your help. Remember, he sent us some wands, even though his people are being ransacked by trouble. May your last pleasantly. Don't mention it, old friend. We adventurers help each other out, am I right? Glad we see eye to eye on the issue. Oh, that's why we get along so well, my friend. This is true. You're my respect maker, but I have to leave. Merchant. Should buy some of my stuff. Keeping the sword. Nothing in there that I care about. Keeping that scythe, of course. Skull Crusher, probably keep that too. Gotta get that rock egg back to the lady. Does he have anything worth buying, I guess would be the next question. Not really. I mean, I suppose I could grab some, oh wow, he doesn't have camping supplies? What the hell? Alright.
In due time.
And remember, this was the same place, I think right around here was where I got my Heart of Ira necklace, the one I'm wearing that makes me immune to fatigue and exhaustion effects. Amazing necklace. That's the one that has the aura that I can activate on it. How I got that cheap XP for beating that very hard boss that I teleported in and fought him. This is where you pick it up. So we got some tired people, but let's see where they teleport us to as we leave this area. I think it's down south, closer to the Silver Lake. Yeah, actually it kind of ports me where I want to be. Let's actually rest here. Doing that thing. Sounds good.
Ekin doesn't like goblins. But goblins are not trolls. Why then?
Because you are all beasts. You're just tamed.
You leave my little gobbo buddy alone. He's awesome. He's saving the day just like you are, Ekin. Poor Knock Knock gets no love. Alright, let's quick save this mess. We never go this way. So let's find out what's over here. Precipice Trail. There's someone on the road. Back. Okay, that's why we never go that way. Can we get to the Rotten Cave? Apparently the Rotten Cave is that way, so it won't let us. Alright. Time to head back. Oh, the mammoth thing again. Alright,
I stand ready.
remember, you know how we deal with this mess. Please, look at all those things fighting you. Liza, stand right there. Did a good job on the look of the woolly mammoth. Since we're not going to do much after this, as far as fighting-wise, we're going back to camp. Chances are we're probably going to have to take a knee before too long anyway, so I'm probably going to waste more spells here than we probably needed to.
True. No strike wasted.
Good lord, Ekin, what did you do to that poor thing? Even his tusks are bleeding. You big meanie.
Hear you cry.
Well, when you get some of those people with a higher sneak attack die in, man, sometimes they just can be pretty powerful. It's one of the reasons I love builds that have Sense Vitals as one of the spell picks. Sense Vitals is an amazing ability for those of you that have never had it. Doesn't last long, it's like 1 round per caster level, but you can extend it. By the end of the game, that's lasting 2 minutes, 4 minutes extended. And that's a solid fight for you to basically be doing sneak attack damage on top of any other sneak attack damage you may have had. No, it does not look like Womb of Lamashtu 2 has any chance to branch off. I don't see anything like that. I'd say the Precipice Trail looks like it's over this way. So we'll have to hold off on that. I guess we have this stuff down here. But again, let's head back to base first. A, we have a flag for one. And B, I want to turn in that rock egg. That's part of our quest, to make our people happy. The bartender said we could probably cook something. So we got our proposal. Only Valerie can work on it right now. And storyteller. This is again why I love having multiple advisors, so we can cover all our bases. And again, 6 days. You know what? Matter of fact, before we go back, let's actually do that south exploration. We're in our zone already, so we're not like doing anything crazy here. So we can still communicate, is my point.
A rest would be welcome.
I wanted to collect that thing. Hell yeah, we want a +3 to economy. Team is tired, but they're not that tired.
To search for the spot to rest.
Want to hit down here. Wow, we're missing all kinds of stuff. Culture, take it. Since we're right here anyway, we'll go inside to rest. Did I ever give him his Anubrix? I did, right? Yeah, I did. I told him to get back to work, right? We'll talk to him just to make sure there's not something else that needs to be done, but I'm fairly certain his quest is over.
May we have a moment of respite?
Yeah. Let's do a quick rest. And out we
I
go.
do what I must.
Oh, actually, while we're
Please,
here,
Nab-Nab Skull.
there's no reason that we shouldn't talk to the trader. Get our, what do you call it? We have 12 camping supplies. Never mind. I was about to say get our camping supplies back up to 12. We already had 12. Oh, we must have foraged. I wasn't paying attention. So just because we rested doesn't mean we use camping supplies. Alright. Let's see. First, is there anything else to the left south that I wanted to explore? Since I'm already over here. If it is, it's way the hell over yonder. And there's still stuff out here for us to delineate around with, but that's way over. Alright. So I actually feel pretty confident we've done quite a bit of exploration as far as stuff to do. Bald Stones is clearly looking appealing though, so let's head on that way. I'm sure we'll do a random encounter. I love XP. Oh, it's been about an hour plus. So let's actually cut the video here. Let me pause the game. First, I'll be right back, guys, and we'll start with the next video right after this.